Hi friends, welcome to my channel Only Bio. I've come up again on demand for a topic that is double circulation. Again, this is my sincere request to you all. If you want any of the topics to be really done by me, please comment in the comment box and also ensure that you subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon. So today we shall be talking about double circulation. Now, circulation is nothing but transport. Now, here, double circulation refers to the simultaneous flow of blood into different routes or channels. Now, before we start talking about it, please remember double circulation is going to be possible only in those organisms which have a perfectly four-chambered heart. So, talking about the double circulation in human beings. Let us understand this. Imagine this is the heart and these are the four chambers of the heart. This is the left auricle, this is the left ventricle, this is the right auricle and this is the right ventricle. The left side of the heart deals with pure blood and the right side of the heart deals with impure blood. Pure यानी oxygenated, impure यानी deoxygenated. So left auricle is going to be filled with pure blood which will flow into the left ventricle. Now the blood that collects in the left ventricle is taken out by means of the largest blood vessel, that is the aorta, which emerges out from the left ventricle. Aorta divides to form arteries which carry the blood towards different organs. Arteries branch to form arterioles which take the blood into the organs. Arterioles branch to form capillaries. Now capillaries are very thin hair-like structures that actually help in exchange of the substances. Substances यानी oxygen as well as nutrients. Oxygen is going to be exchanged with carbon dioxide and nutrients with the waste products. And this is the reason why capillaries are many a times called as the exchange vessels of the body. So capillaries are now going to be having the oxygenated blood supplied by the arterioles. But now once oxygen dissipates out of the capillaries, carbon dioxide gets into the capillaries, it is exchanged. So now onwards the capillaries will be having the deoxygenated blood. In short, I can tell you that at any moment ideally capillaries contain both mixture of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Capillaries connect together to form venules. Venules come out and collect together to form veins. Veins take the impure blood away from the organs. Many veins collectively ultimately open into the pre-caval vein, that is the superior vena cava, and the post-caval vein, that is the inferior vena cava. And the blood from the pre-caval, post-caval, and let us also not forget the coronary circulation, also the blood from the coronary sinus, that is the impure blood collected from the wall of the heart itself, from the cardiac muscles. All of this will ultimately enter up into the right auricle. So if you observe this particular blood flow, it involves what? It involves the supply, or it involves the blood flow from the heart to different organs other than the lungs. So this particular route of the blood flow is called as the systemic blood flow, or we call it as systemic circulation. So systemic circulation is one route or one particular part of the double circulation. So I repeat, systemic circulation is nothing but the flow of the blood from the heart to to different organs other than the lungs and back to the heart. Now when I said that right auricle is altogether filled up with impure blood, the impure blood from the right auricle will flow into the right ventricle. This impure blood has to be taken to the lungs for the purpose of purification, that is oxygenation. So who takes this particular blood out? So the impure blood from the right ventricle is taken towards the lungs by means of the pulmonary artery. In the lungs, this blood is going to be oxygenated, that is purified, and the oxygenated blood, that is the pure blood from the lungs, is now going to be conducted or transported to the left auricle via the pulmonary veins. So if you observe this blood circulation, this particular route of the blood circulation, you'll find that it involves the flow of the blood from the heart to the lungs and back to the heart. It doesn't involve any other organs other than the lungs and the heart. So this route of the blood circulation is called as the pulmonary circulation. And as I did tell you, this is happening simultaneously. So the flow of the blood in two different routes, channels simultaneously, that is systemic as well as pulmonary circulation, is called as double circulation, which is a typical feature of all those organisms which have a perfectly four-chambered heart, that is birds as well as mammals. So this is it, and hope you have understood this. Thank you so much.